Hey guys, just want to make a real quick, and I do mean quick video, as it's 11:37 on this Thursday, December 12th, 2019. I just want to give a shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. Congratulations to them for locking up the AFC North Division title. Now we as fans can relax for the next 10 days before Ravens got to go back to work and play against Cleveland next week. Clinks the playoff berth against Buffalo. Locked up the division tonight against the Jets. Ravens swept the NFC West and the AFC East. Going 8-0 against those two divisions. So now the playoff berth was locked up. The division is locked up. Now the next step is to lock up a first round bye, which I think the Ravens only done that once. They've been a number 2 seed, but they've never been a number 1 seed. But they might not have to beat Cleveland next week to do it. There could be a loss by either New England or Kansas City to lock up that number 1 seed, because if they lose this weekend, either one of them, only one would still have a mathematical shot at the Ravens to try to take that number 1 seed away. But when you're dealing with teams like Cleveland and Pittsburgh, those are not going to be easy wins to come by. Ravens, I know they are hungry for revenge for the loss that they had. A humiliating loss against Cleveland earlier this year. I think, was it, week 4? It was a home game, which, incidentally, it was the last time they lost a game. 10 wins in a row. This team is on a roll. And I also want to give congratulations to Lamar Jackson for breaking Mike Vick's record. Most rushing yards in a season by a quarterback. When the Ravens drafted Lamar Jackson, they saw something in him. They knew he was going to be special. When he was drafted, he said, "I'm happy to be a Raven." And when a player says that, it makes me feel good that somebody wants to be part of my team. So, this Sunday, I don't have to worry about, are the Ravens going to win today? That was taken care of tonight. And I believe, tonight was the last Thursday game of the season. Next week, the weekend of December 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, there's 3 Saturday games. All of them are going to be on the NFL Network. And there's no Monday night game in the last week of the season. There never is. Well, I think there used to be, but they don't do that anymore now. I'm just happy. With the win tonight, was it 42-13? No, 21. One of the scores that the just got was off of a block punt, but they got lucky there. Otherwise, I think it would have been 42-14, but it doesn't matter. The score is what matters. Getting that W, locking up the division. That's what the Ravens, that was the goal tonight, was to win and lock up the division for the 2nd straight year. If you remember last year, there was a whole lot of weight on Cleveland. So much weight. Pittsburgh had won their last game, but they were hoping for the Ravens to lose to get into the playoffs. That didn't happen. Because the Ravens beat the Browns to end the season, a game that was played in Baltimore. But this year, Cleveland is not going to have any bearing whatsoever on playoff implications in terms of who's in and who's out. Obviously, Sunday night, I'm going to be rooting for Buffalo to beat Pittsburgh. Because then I would knock Pittsburgh down to the 16, and Buffalo would take over number 5 seed. The top 4 seeds are always determined by division winners, so all the Ravens have to do is either hope for a loss in any of the final games by New England or Kansas City to lock up that number 1 AFC seed. Well, I think, baby steps first. You want to get a first round bye. So, Kansas City, I forget who they're playing this weekend. And I can't remember who New England's playing here. Because really, at this point, it's going on midnight. I don't care. Probably look at it tomorrow, whatever. But, again, props to the Baltimore Ravens. They're 2019 AFC North champions. Now let's go get that first round bye and the number 1 seed. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm on cloud 9. That I had a friend pick on me and he said, "Go Jets," and he only liked football. But I was doing a Bible study with him, and he said, "Why don't you come over and have, do family worship with us, and stay around 5 o'clock." I said, "Okay." Of course, this invitation was extended to me this past Monday, and he said, around 5 o'clock, he said, "Okay." Well, then I pointed out tonight, wait a minute, the former NBA Commissioner David Stern suffered a brain hemorrhage. That's not good. I never liked David Stern, but I would never wish any bad luck, bad health on him or anything like that. I'm not that kind of person. So anyway, we get back to my story. A friend of mine gives me a family invitation to Bible study with him and his wife. And about, say, Thursday, 5 o'clock. I was like, "Yeah, sure." Well, tonight, he picks me up. And, I said, "You know what, I'm kind of glad it's 5 o'clock. He said, "Why?" And I said, "Well, the Ravens game tonight, is on deep at 8:20, I think it was the time the kickoff was supposed to be." And, he said, "Just for that, I'm gonna, make sure the study goes so slow that you're gonna miss the game." I was like, haha, we got the study done in, I would say, about 45 minutes. Then we went to Walmart. I had to pick up some socks. Then his wife needed to go to Hobby Lobby. And then after that, we went to Rally's, which is also known as Checkers. And I got the $2 chicken box, chicken bite spots. Several chicken bites in there with french fries. That was my dinner tonight. That was my game day dinner. But his wife gave me a bowl of soup. She made meatball soup, so this could be my dinner tomorrow. She was hoping I was going to have it tonight, but I had already made plans to have rallies for dinner tonight, so that worked out. Of course, I ate it before the game started, and I was done, and then while I was watching the game, I was playing Minecraft, and listening to music, so I was kind of multitasking. I was doing 3 things at the same time: watching the game, playing Minecraft, listening to music. I mean, it's what I do. It's how I always roll when I'm watching a game on TV. I'm usually doing other things. I'm multitasking rather than just sitting here and screaming stare at a TV screen. So, boy, am I tired. Been a long day. Been up since 8:30 this morning. I thought I was supposed to go to the store with my landlord. Out to Walmart at 9 o'clock, but that got pushed to 10. So I stayed up. I did take a little cat nap. It was about, I would say, 10 minutes. Like a cat nap. And I don't really count that as sleeping. Because that's all it is, just a cat nap. So, anyway, congrats to the Ravens. Congrats to Lamar Jackson on breaking Michael Vick's record of most rushing yards in a season by a quarterback. Michael Vick had 1,039 yards in 2006. Lamar Jackson, with 2 games left still to play, is at 1,103. Tonight he threw, I don't know how many yards, but 5 touchdown passes. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the 3rd time he's done that this season. 3rd time. Wow. I'm certainly not, I'm happy with that. I think he's done at least 4 or 5 that with 4 or more. I know there's countless where he did 3 or more. He took care of that tonight. There was a lot of preseason speculation that, oh, he's a runner. He's not gonna be a good quarterback. And yet now, all of a sudden, he's on the verge of winning the MVP. But there's still two games left. And how fitting would it be the Ravens can put the exclamation point on this whole thing with a Super Bowl title. I would love nothing more than to see that, so we'll see. Still a lot of football left to be played. We still got to get through the final 2 games of the season against Cleveland. That'll be in Cleveland. Then they'll finish home back in Baltimore against the Pittsburgh Steelers. When I looked at the schedule, there was a couple games I circled. And one of them was the game against the New England Patriots. That game, of all the games this season, was the one that I wanted the Ravens to win the most. And they did, convincingly. But I thought that this was going to be a really battle-tested team. I didn't think they would muster 10 straight wins. They started the season 2-0, and then they lost 2 games against Kansas City and Cleveland, respectively. So, anyway, so much for keeping the video short. When you're happy talking about your favorite team, how can you keep it short? Now tomorrow night, there's WWE SmackDown, which I'm going to watch that. Sunday, I don't know what games what games I could see here locally. The Rams and Cowboys game should be interesting. And then Sunday night, we'll be watching TLC, Tables, Ladders, Chairs. That's a WWE pay-per-view. Then there's Monday Night Raw. So I have to figure out how I'm going to fill in my schedule for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. So that's where everything stands. So anyway, I hope you had a happy Thursday, December 12th of 2019. I hope December 3rd. Oh, March Friday the 13th. Yikes. I'm not a superstitious person, so it's a bunch of hooey to me. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your night. Sweet dreams, and see you on the flip side. Peace.